We always start from scratch. In the beginning, it's always an idea, a concept, or an inspiration. And this exact setup was inspired very much by sci-fi. We chose something like Nick's Fury's cockpit control panel, translucent glass with an interface drawn right on it. And we thought that it would be awesome and it will tell people more about it, engaging them more, not just watching movies about the system, but just trying to control it like a spacecraft, a futuristic airplane. The e-university system for the Far East University was so big and complex, so we were struggling to find a metaphor to express it. And the only thing we found was actually something like a stellar system or planetary system revolving around a single core.
One of the final ideas was to create a three-dimensional interface with flying icons, where a presenter could choose a chapter and with a gesture to throw it on a huge screen, where it transformed to a big video.
We used Flash for the 2D part of the interface, and we used Unity 3D for the 3D part of the interface. Only combining these two systems, we could achieve the very fast workflow. So the whole project was done in less than a couple of weeks.
What we learned from our previous projects is that creating a two-dimensional interface in Unity is kind of hard and very time-consuming. Good thing that just when we started with this project, Scaleform integration for Unity was released, and I think we were the first to use it in a commercial project. So we tried to combine 3D and 2D using Scaleform, which actually turned out to be very good. We could use a 3D animator to create a 3D scene with rotating icons, and another guy could create a Flash interface with all these small vector items moving around the screen, creating this complexity of the interface. What's good about Unity is that you can extend it, and we created our own library to work with multi-touch gestures. You could scroll around using only one finger or several fingers, but you have to use a zoom gesture to open the shell and to free an icon you want to throw to another screen. And with a simple gesture, like of this flick, you can throw it to another screen, which starts a video on several connected computers with several projectors. This interface takes a lot of inspiration from Iron Man movies, but we all know that interface we see on TV, they're all fake. And we got a real one, which is used live. So we created a set of gestures which are natural and easy to use, not for only a presenter, but for anyone who just walks in and touches the screen.
The system we developed consisted of three parts. The software controlling the presentation content itself, and the hardware setup. The hardware setup was the toughest part, because we had to develop all these devices by ourselves. We had to choose the films, the projection films, the capacitive multi-touch film, etc., mesh them together to get this holographic table to work. For our engineers, I think it was just a challenge to build this thing.